Alright, Staping.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, shit on.
Shit is on.
Okay. Shalom.
Shalom.
The Hebrew Israelites, coming in, week out, proclaiming the downfall of this wicked society. But first and foremost, I want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai,
Baruch HaKodesh.
Baruch HaKodesh.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us the scriptures, among other things. And salutations to all your Akim across the world doing this work in sincerity and in truth. And a shalom to a few sincere sisters who are listening and do their best to please Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai.
Shalom.
Shalom. So here we are, yet another day, and we're heading the fall. So Esau's already cooking up a lot of stuff, talking about this and that, Germany, they said, Merkel said that 90% of the people that are in the IC, intensive care, that there are people that are that didn't take the jab, and we know that they're lying because even with the jab, there are many cases, and even I believe I watched the news, was it yesterday or the day before, and they were talking about here in Holland that even with the jab, that they reach a certain point. So many million people received the jab, at least the first one. A lot of them the second one, which also leads me to another story. I had this co-worker. He went for the third jab Thursday, and Friday he was supposed to work with me. I had supposed to pick him up, so he called me in the morning, and he was like, I've been sick all night and this and that, sweat up, cold sweat, and I don't know, throwing up and shit. And then he told me like, because I went for the third jab. I was like, oh, okay. So he was all messed up, People are real stupid, man.
Jab of the heart.
And his excuse is because I told him like, why would you take that shit? Anyway, you don't even know what's in it. And he used to, he said back in the days when he was younger, he was doing all kinds of drugs. And he said, it doesn't matter because he was doing all kinds of drugs. So the jab, couldn't harm him, was like, because he was already doing a lot
There's
of
no
shit.
harm in it. Shalom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This man, Shalom, so that, he was saying that, and a lot of people, they are dumb like that, because everybody's doing that. But what they were saying on the TV was like, so a lot of people, there's a lot of people who've taken the jab, but they want more people to take the jab, and they said, people still getting sick, but at least those with the jab, they don't getting as heavy sick, that the sick is not heavy on them and shit. That's what they say, because at first they were talking about, you take the jab, then you won't get the Ronas, but everybody could get the Ronas, you get like, like a month ago something in a place near where I live, it was an elderly home. All those old people were jabbed up, and also the staff members, and there were like 70 people, staff members and elderly, who received that disease, So it shows you it's a bunch of bullshit. Why would you take something if it don't protect you, And that's the thing that, people always want to talk about concerning vaccinations, Like, everybody needs to take be vaccinated, vaccinate your children, this and that, otherwise it ain't no use. That thing ain't got no use anyway, man. If the shit's supposed to protect you, you could be the only one in the whole fucking world and take that fucking jab and you will be protected,
Right.
That's how it's supposed to work, right? That's with herbs, If you use herbs, you got certain things, you use herbs, it protects you.
Right.
It doesn't protect the people in your surrounding, man. That's fucking bullshit, man. It protects you, That's how it's supposed to be. That shows you that this whole medical system, it's fucking bullshit, It's a thing, it's all about money. What they do is to give you medicine and you keep going to the doctor, you get all kinds of, how you call that, buyback, and you get all kinds of side effects, you got people, they got to take like a handful of pills for this and that, for the kidneys and you name it, the heart, to keep the blood thin and stuff and stuff like that. And then they need extra pills to protect their stomach, because if they don't take those pills, those medications will burn through your stomach, And people will take that shit, man. That shows you how stupid people are. You should already think, why the fuck am I taking something that can burn through my stomach? That cannot be good, man. How the fuck can you think that's something like that is good for you, So Esau, you know, so like I said, Esau is preparing himself for the fall. You know, so you know, in Germany they were already talking about if the next wave will come. You know, then the people who didn't take the jab, they can't go to the supermarket and this and that. You know, and there was even one of the brothers posted a thing in the group app concerning, I believe in Trinidad.
Yeah.
They said if you want to go to a bar, a casino, and you know all those things, those pleasure things. You know, if you want to do those things, you need to be yeah, you need to be jabbed up. You know, you need to be jabbed up. Maxime, you need to be jabbed up. You know. So, you know, and that's funny because you know they always want to talk about when the weather gets cold, the virus gets stronger, this and that. But Trinidad and Tobago, it's in the Caribbean. So there's, you know, it's always around 30 degrees, you know. It's like 35, you know. The average of 35 degrees over there. So, you know, Esau being lying, all kinds of bullshit, you know, and people just buying it, you know. But yeah, the majority of our people and of the people need to die anyway. So yeah, you know, those who are burned for the sword, you know. So yeah, they will die anyway. That's why I see a lot of people are stupid. But Esau is, you know, all kinds of countries, you know, Holland already turned red again, you know.
Right.
A while ago they were yellow or something. Yeah, you know, and now they, you know, quicker than a month. Within a month, they're already red, you know. So Germany got the thing, in Italy they got a drone going over the beach, you know, checking people's temperature, you know, concerning because of the Ronas. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Hey, you had a great story about China, right?
Yeah, kan. China now got a thing around that the children had a thing about around their heads with all like chips in it, so they can take the messenger if they don't do well in class, if they don't concentrate in the class, the teacher will see how the chip will react and see the frequency, and the teacher will get a message from, yo, that person is not looking good right now, is not concentrated, not focusing right now. So, and if the teacher get the message, and the message will also be sent to the parents. When they're at home, they will see like, yo, this person in the class doesn't do good right now. And also they have chips in the school, and the chips are already in the clothing. So if they walk some kind of where, they see where they're walking.
Yeah, man.
China is you know, is a big testing ground for Esau.
Always.
And yeah, always have been, and they are always ahead with those things, you know. And they also working with the credit system, and you know, that's what they want to use the MOTB for, you know. It's also going to be like a credit system, you know. So in China's already like, you know, you got neighbors snitching on each other, like, yeah, he's not doing so well, this and that, you know. Because if your credit system is not good, you know, you receive a penalty. You can even go to jail. You know, you can they can ban you from certain places. You know, you're not allowed to go certain stuffs and so, you know. You can lose your job, you know, all kinds of shit, you know.
And they already had it in that movie Total Recall, right? When they were following Arnold Schwarzenegger everywhere already.
Yeah.
But then he found out, oh, the chip is in his brain. He's trying to pull it out, right? From his nose. So they already been showing you.
Yeah, they've been showing it in a lot of movies, man. Yeah, a lot of movies. You got that stuff going on. So let me see. Let me go to Revelations. Huh? Oh, you got it? Dope.
Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that let me start over. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Yeah, but rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. So those who already died in the name of Yahweh Basham Yahushua, you should rejoice, you know. They are already rejoicing. Of course, they're waiting for the revenge, but you know, the scripture said the horror that's about to come on this planet is worse than it ever have been before. You know, it's going to be horrible, man. It's going to be horrible. God.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
Yeah, and woe means evil times. You know, destructions. You know, crime. You know,
gnashing the teeth.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
Yeah, he knows, you know, those elites knows that they are running out of time. You know how many chariots they are seeing. You know, you got regular programs on the radio and TV. You know, like this week. There was this program on the radio, you know, that if I have a radio there, that's what I listen, you know, Radio 10. That dude in the morning, he plays a lot of soul music and stuff, you know. He's probably Jake. I think how he rolls and so, I think he's Jake, you know. He looks like an Edomite, but the type of music that he likes, you know, he plays a lot of Jake music, you know. But in this program, they were talking. They called UFOs, you know. They were talking about UFOs that they said like one of the 3 persons in Holland have seen a so-called UFOs in their life, you know. They were like having a discussion about if they believe in it and you know what they think that are those things are and stuff. You know?
Right.
So you gotta imagine yourself if regular people like ourselves can see a chariot with a naked eye. What about those who have the special equipment? You know, they look into space. You know, they can look into space. So they be seeing a lot of activities. You know. Chariots going in, popping up, disappearing, going in portals and stuff. You know?
Right.
Not showing up on the radars, and I said it, the bullying planes and stuff. You know?
Got a precept for Revelation 12.
Yeah.
This is 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Exactly, so we gotta be sober, be vigilant. Doesn't mean that, you know, if you come home from your job that you can't drink a beer. Of course you can do that, but be sober. Don't be like this dummies, you know. They're still on La La Land, you know. Everybody's happy, you know, the sun is shining, you know, train was packed already, you know. People think, you know, that everything is good, you know. The holiday season, yeah, so and now it ended, you know, so a lot of people, they're going back to the schools, to the jobs, you know. And they think everything is regular, you know.
Right.
But, you know, people are not prepared. You know, a lot of people be jabbed up, so they think that they are in a good case, you know. There was also this, one of the brothers shared a video, and yeah, that what's the name of the female again? She worked with Dr. Fauci back in the days, you know. She wasn't allowed to Julie.
Iets met Jankovic or something.
Yeah, something like that, Julie Mankovic or something.
Yeah.
You know, she wasn't allowed to speak for years and stuff, you know. And but what they say about the jab, that in 2 years, or in a couple of weeks, it will show you signs from cancer, and they tell the doctors don't treat it because it looks like cancer, but it's not cancer. But yeah, those people, they will grow tumors, you know. It looks like cancer. Don't treat it. It's not cancer.
I got a scripture for you. Got a scripture for that. Isaiah 32 and 7. The instruments also of the church are evil. The wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak it right.
Yeah, exactly. And the poor is talking about us, you know. These Edomites, this devil, the so-called white people, he's seeking to destroy us. And he doesn't care that he's destroying his own people, because you must not forget, we are in our weakest form right now, but we are still stronger than them, you know. All those shit, you got to see how many of those people are dying of cancer, you know, and it's of the stuff that they put in the food, you know.
Right.
And our people also get cancer, but not as much as they get, you know.
We are stronger.
We are stronger, you know. Our body fights those things, you know.
God. Even because I just watched the documentary that the Mala was talking about dark waters. And they were showing you, they were dropping fluoride.
Yeah.
So everywhere we see fluoride.
Everywhere.
Toothpaste.
Except where, and it's messed up. You try to drink better water, but still you have to take a shower. You take a shower, you still get the fluoride inside you.
Inside your body.
Your pores, you know.
Yeah.
It still gets inside you. Can somebody go to Ezekiel chapter 3, starting from verse 17?
Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I've made you a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Yeah, and
Therefore-
Yahweh Ratazah, you know, we are of that number, you know, being a watchman to the house of Israel, the children of Israel, you know, warning them
Right,
Yeah,
right.
but do they appreciate it?
No.
That's why the majority of them needs to die. You know, I can't wait for that day, man. You know how beautiful it's going to be for all those. You're gonna, and that time, you know, you got with the spiritual powers, you're gonna see them, and you're gonna know all the thoughts that they had against you. You know, you find that person, you know, in hand reach. You know, he be begging for his life. You torture him. You know, because first and foremost, what does the Most High said? Judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh Basham Yahushai. So that means he's gonna start with his own people first.
Right.
He's
right.
already doing it, man. Look what's happening in Haiti, in Chile, you know. Just name a couple things.
Look what happened with Polite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the
Sister
comfort.
Polite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Polite
Talking
is
all kinds of shit. Now you're there. Huh?
Right, right.
Try to rape a 14-year-old girl.
And he said that we did it.
Exactly. You know. We explaining the scripture concerning the grab and lay hold law. And 1 Corinthians chapter 7 explains you also that, you know, if a girl reach her, how you call it, cyclist, you know, that is lawful to together. But if you don't touch her, if you have her, but if you don't touch her, it's also a better thing to do, you know. For example, let me just read it, because it's a beautiful thing, you know. Because he said, you know, it's lawful, and the scripture also said, all things are lawful, but not everything is expedient, you know.
Right.
Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, so this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Verse 28, but if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. And let me start verse 27. Art thou bound unto a wife, seek not to be loosed. Art thou loosed from a wife, seek not a wife. So basically, if you got a wife, you know, don't, you know, it's view in this society, teach you, like, you know, if you got a couple of struggles with your wife, you know, you just kick her, you know, no. If she is out of order and she doesn't do the things she's supposed to do, she's hindering you from doing the works of Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, she doesn't do the things that a woman's supposed to do. You know, you can give her a bill of divorce, but over a lousy argument, you know, it's not you know, you ain't supposed to do that, you know. Art thou loose from a wife, seek not a wife, you know. Look, many, and I've seen it many times in my surroundings, people, you know, who don't have a wife, they're seeking to find a wife, you end up with a demon, you know.
Right.
You end up with a demon, and before you know, you pop that demon, she's pregnant, you know,
Oh, shit.
and then your whole life you have to deal with the demon, you know.
You got an example.
Yeah, there's examples, you know, no. Verse 28, but and if thou marry, thou hast not sinned, and if a virgin marry, she had not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. So let me see. So, go to the world, he's married, care for things like the world. She just married, care for things. Yeah. So, first, let me jump to verse 36. But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she passed the flower of her age, so if she had a period, you know, and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinned not. So it's not a sin if you do with her, let them marry, you know. Nevertheless, he that standeth steadfast in his heart, having no necessity, but had power over his own will, and had so decreed in his heart that he will keep his virgin, does well. So it shows you, like, if she passed the flower of her age, you know, it's lawful to do it. But if you decide to wait for, it's a better thing. That's what he said right here, you know.
Right.
So yeah, Sister Polite, you know, where you at now?
Right.
Want to call us rape? If we would be raping girls, you think we would still standing here?
Ah,
Of course not.
makes no sense.
You know, and it's not necessary for us to rape girls, man.
Right.
With Jake, man.
You got Sean. You know what I'm saying? Why would you?
Jake, I said the females be throwing pussies to Jake, man.
Of course, man.
That's what they be doing.
Okay.
So yeah, that's that point, you know. Let's go back to somebody got the, yeah, you were reading, huh? Ezekiel. when you're 17.
Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I made thee watchman to the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth, and give them warning for me.
Yeah, that's what we do, you know. Coming in week out, you know, making videos at home, putting videos on YouTube, you know, warning of people, you know, about the things that are going on. Because if you watch the mainstream news, sometimes it's good to watch it because you will also see things there, you know. It's also good to watch it, but you also gotta watch the alternative news because there's a lot of stuff that they want to keep out, you know, that they don't want you to know. And the majority of people, like I said, they're in La La Land, so they have no clue what's going on. They have no clue what this devil, the so-called white man, what these Edomites are prepping up, you know.
Right.
No, you already know, like the last lockdown was hard for a lot of people. You know, this one's going to be harder, you know. And now they're going to make a difference between the people who are maxed up and who are not maxed up, you know. So there might be a chance that you, you know, if you like to go to the gym, that you need to be maxed up to go to the gym. Because even here in Holland, was this Mr. Hugo de Jonge was talking about I believe for a theater, if you want to go to a theater and another thing, another stuff, if you want to go there, you need to either approve that you test yourself a negative test for the Ronas, or you need to be jabbed up, you know.
Right.
And they were talking about, so yeah, you know, the things that they so-called are talking about that they're planning to do, they already got it in stock. But they just wait the right time. So they're probably going to do it starting from the fall, maybe in the winter, you know, and especially in the winter times, you know, females, they like to go to the theater, to the bioscope, you know, watch a movie and stuff, you know, romantic bullshit and shit. And, you know, a lot of Sims want to do that with their wives, with the females, and then, you know, you need to be jabbed up or you put the thing in your nose and, you know, you're allowed to go.
Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy powers, I will also forget thy children.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why we're in this situation nowadays, you know. And a lot of our people ain't gonna come back to Yahweh Basham Yahushua, you know. And you must not forget how many people knows us here, you know. A lot of people, they know the name, but they don't give a shit about it, you know. But when the shit hits the fan, then they're gonna give a shit about it. But like Yahweh said, you know, they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, you know. So they're gonna be calling up the name. They're gonna be looking for the men of the Lord, and they will not find us, you know, because, you know, famine of the word is around the corner, you know.
Yeah.
Look how many, there's so many things we cannot talk about, you know. Now the MOTB, you cannot talk about it, so they're ready to delete your video.
Right.
If you talk about vaccinations, you use that word, your video's gone. If you talk about the Ronas, you use that word, your video's gone. Everybody and the mama can talk about, but we can't talk about it. You know, but you want to say that we talking bullshit, that we a bunch of lies and shit. Why are they doing their best to restrict us from bringing certain things out? You know, because they know what's going on, man. Those elites, those people in the top, they watching us, man.
Right.
They watching us, and they scared, man. They afraid. That's why they're taking such crazy steps, you know.
And the words burn like wood.
Huh?
They're wood, and the words are burning them.
Yeah,
You know, because the Most High make our words fire from my mouth. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man. And they got Satan on the left-hand side thinking, you know, let them think that they got a chance, you know, to make it, you know. Yeah, but I gotta give them this. They will make it into slavery, you know.
right. I got a scripture also. Romans 11:8. According as it's written, God had given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, ears that they should not hear unto this day.
Yeah, exactly, and that happens a lot of times. Sometimes you have people come to the camp, you know, and you explain them in a simple way that your child of 2 years old will understand, but they won't get it.
Right.
Because there's an angel standing right behind them, stuffing their ears, their eyes from seeing, so they don't get it, you know.
Right.
They hear you, but they don't perceive it, you know. They're like, yeah.
You can see a kind of fake
Exactly.
stand in the eye like, you know, they don't even know
They
what
don't
you're
know what's
talking
going
about.
on. They don't know what's going on, man. That's why the scripture said, "My sheep shall hear my voice." You know? That's why we not like this Jehovah wickedness, you know, going from door to door, talking about I'm here to bring you God, I'm here to bring you Jeebers, you know. Fuck out of this shit, man. We be on the highways and byways, you know, like the Yahushua told us to do, you know, be on the highways and byways. And people, like I said, people know that we are standing here. We've been standing here for years, so they know about us, you know.
Right.
They know about it. That's why they always do some funny shit here, you know. Now they got some different signs. It's still sodomite shit. Because, yesterday I made a video. We got this new candy from Katja, you know. Rainbow Lock is the name of it.
Yeah.
And it's sodomite shit, you know, sodomite candy. You know, it's without the animal stuff in it, you know, veggie candy, you know. I saw that thing, I was doing some groceries, like, man, what the fuck, man? Fucking, they targeting the children, of course they do, that's what they do. But children, they be like, you know, they make it normal for children that they are gonna associate the rainbow with the sodomite, you know. Well, while that's not the case, you know, it's a covenant, you know.
Right.
Matter of fact, let me jump real quick to that. Let me see, it's in the book of Genesis. Book of Genesis, chapter 9, and then starting from verse 11 till 17. Somebody can grab that.
This is Genesis chapter 9, verse 11. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood. Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. But the Most High said, this is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations.
So the Most High made a covenant with Noah back then, saying that he would never flood the whole earth with water again, you know. This time when Yahushua is coming back, it's going to be with fire. It's going to be a lake of fire, man.
Right. Cleansing.
Yeah. Cleanse the earth with fire.
Right.
Back then, you know, and you know how much mercy the Most High got, you know, because this time you got the 144,000, you know, and their households, you know, you got the 1/3 in America, and you got the unnumberable multitude. So the Most High has mercy, and He has mercy. Back then it was only Noah and his household, you know. He flooded the whole world. Everybody was done. You know, everybody was done. It started to rain. They never saw rain before. It started to rain. It was done.
But they say God loves everybody.
Exactly, man. They're going to see it, man, when Yahushua comes back, man.
Right.
Run to your preacher, man, to your pastor, talking about how Jeebers love everybody, yeah? While you're burning. Yeah? Keep that in mind. God.
Read on.
God.
Verse 13.
Until verse 17.
God. Verse 13. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for the token of a covenant between me and the earth.
Yeah, and that's talking about the rainbow. That's the original meaning of the rainbow. It got nothing to do with the sodomites. And the fun part is, they got their sodomite flag, they got 6 colors. The rainbow got 7. You know?
So it's already.
But it also shows you how demonic they are, you know? They like that 6, you know?
Yes.
Fucking demons, you know?
Everywhere 666. Everywhere.
Yeah. 6 everywhere, and also with the 3, you know?
Yeah. Even
because Yahushua died when he was 33, you know?
33,
the third hour, you know? So they like to, you know? They do all those things, man.
Verse 14. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh.
Yeah, and that shows you that, you know, to destroy all flesh. So people might stumble over it like, oh, but still, you know, there are places that's still flooding, you know. But it said to destroy all flesh. It will not. He will not make water destroy all the planet. No, there's still places flooding. You know, there was one clip one of the brothers posted in the group app. I don't know which country it was. They were speaking in Spanish language.
Yeah, Spain, Spain.
It was Spain?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Spain is
And-
underwater too.
Yeah, man. So dude was filming it, the
Yeah.
water, and then the shit hit his house. You know, you
Right,
saw a
right,
breach broke.
right,
You know,
right.
and then the shit it hit his house, man. You saw his bed floating out. You know, and stuff. That's crazy. It's like screaming and shit. You know, yeah. Scream, run to your jeebers now. You know.
Right.
Let jeebers save you from that. God.
Verse 16. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between
Yeah.
the most.
The everlasting covenant. The everlasting covenant. What does the scripture say in Isaiah 55? My word shall not go from me void.
Yeah.
It will do as I please. So the Most High, you know, everything He said, it will happen. You
Yep.
know,
Yeah.
although it tarry, wait for it. You know.
Ah,
No, people, we lie. The Most High does not
He
lie.
never slept. He
Yeah.
never.
Yeah,
He doesn't sleep.
exactly. God.
Verse 16. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between the Most High and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And the Most High said unto Noah, This is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth.
Exactly. So that's the true meaning of the rainbow. And back in the days when I was younger, when you had something of rainbow colors, it was a beautiful thing. As a kid, you
Right,
liked that. You know, I had this pencil with all the kinds of rainbow colors in it. You know. You know, those were things that I used to have back in the days. Even a razor with rainbow colors on it, stuff like that. You know. But nowadays, and I remember when I was younger, you get that so-called hippie shirts. You know, with
That's
the
what I
colors,
wanted
with the
to say.
colors they are floating over. I had shirts like that. You know, back in the days. You know. But nowadays you don't have to walk with it, even if you know that's not how you said it, that's not the meaning of it. But they still will look at you as a so-called sodomite, you know,
Yeah.
because they perverted it, man. Can somebody go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, and let me see first. It's 11. No, it's not. It's not 11. Chapter 12, 12 and 16.
This is Hebrews chapter 12 verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Yeah, profane person outside the temple.
God.
Is anyone so filthy as Esau? Everything he gotta put his claw up and filthy it up.
Yeah.
He gotta make everything fucking filthy, man. Even like yesterday, I went into the word gay, you know, in the etymology
Etymology.
online, you know.
Yeah.
And the word gay nowadays is associated with the sodomite,
Sodomite.
but that's not the original meaning, you know.
No, man.
Yeah.
It meant
Let
happy.
me, huh?
Happy or something?
Yeah,
Bundle
it's also happy, and you know, I just gonna go into it. Then
But I heard it way back. I heard it on
Yeah,
the
but there were
on the
songs-
Flintstones.
Yeah, but you
Have a gay whole time.
yeah,
What's
but
that?
it's also it means happy and stuff, you know, light-minded, and you know, it's also back in the days you have old school reggae songs, you know.
Right.
I remember Dennis Brown singing about I look at the children how they are happy and gay and so and this and
Yeah,
that, you know.
yeah.
So you know, it got
Yeah.
nothing to do with that, you know.
Right.
But that's Esau. He changed his words, you know.
The first shit.
So this is the word gay, late 14th centuries, full of joy, merry, light-hearted, carefree, also wanton, lewd, lascivious, late 12th century as surname Philippus the Gay, from Old French gay, joyful, happy, pleasant, agreeable, charming, forward, pert, light-colored, 12th century, compare Old Spanish gallo, Portuguese gallo, Italian gallo, probably French loan words, ultimate original disputed, perhaps from Frankish gahi, related to Old High German wahi, pretty, though not all etymologies accept this. So that already shows you what the meaning of the word is, and what they make it now. Now they make it into a sodomite word. You know?
Right.
That's what Esau likes to do. Change words, you know, and let the next generation think that that's the original meaning of it, you know. That because now you got these kids growing up, and a lot of females, you know. That's why it's very important for men to be involved if you got children in their lives, you know,
Right,
because the
right.
females are stupid, you know. They will buy that candy for the kid, not knowing what they're doing, because that's, you know, we are visual people, you know.
Right.
Children also work with visuals, you know. They dream and stuff, you know. They daydreaming and stuff, you know. So they got a vision in their mind, and by showing those things, you know, they think, yeah, it's a normal thing, it's a good thing, you know. They associate with, you know, especially they young with the youth, so they associate with that with a good thing, you know. Yeah. While it's not, you know. Yeah, and they make it yeah, acceptable, you know. That's what they do, and they know what they're doing, you know, with the rainbow colors, you know.
Right,
Children
right.
like colors, man.
Yeah.
You know, I got even my kids, you know, they got like color books, you know. I got all kinds of stifts and pencils for them, you know. They like the color, man. They just sit at the table and making colors, you know. And I got it in my hallway, you know. This is the hallway of fame, you know. I put their
You put all the
yeah, I
things.
put the I hang all
Like
their
Picasso.
paintings, you know. Yeah. They be very proud of it, you know. They come to my house, they be like, yeah, oh,
Yeah,
I made that one,
I made
right?
that
And I
one."
made that one, you know.
That's true, man.
Yeah,
That's true.
man.
Please,
God.
yeah. Proverbs 3 and 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Exactly, envy not, yeah, because they are prosperous right now. But this, you must not forget, this is their kingdom, you know. But it's funny because when the kingdom of Yahshua is going to be here, when the kingdom of Yahweh Basham Yahushua is going to be here, all the children of Israel are going to enjoy it, you know.
Right.
But this kingdom of the so-called white people, of the Edomites, they got their own people going to garbage cans, you know. The old people are suffering under them, you know. Is that how kingdom's supposed to be, you know? Claim that too, man. Is that how kingdom's supposed to be, you know?
But that's in the scripture. You turn things upside down.
Exactly. It's Isaiah. It's Isaiah. Chapter 5 and 20 or something.
Yeah.
What's up? Isaiah, I think it's no, that's the other one. The other one is 19, I think. But that's a, huh?
Warriors.
But somebody can read Isaiah 5 and 20, and then the other one is.
Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness, that put bitterness for sweet, and sweet for bitter.
Yeah, and that's what they do, you know. That's what they do. And the other one is Isaiah 29 and 16. So that's what they do. Something that's supposed to be good, the rainbow, which is
right.
supposed to be a beautiful thing, they turn it into a perfect thing, you know. Now it's a sodomite thing. Sodomites walking with rainbow bracelets and stuff, you know,
Right,
necklace and key
right.
hangers, you know, all kinds of clothing and stuff, you know.
Right.
Got Zeman, they got their bags with the rainbow colors on it, you know.
Yeah, man.
Sodomite shit, you know.
Yeah, man.
And people just walking with it, not knowing, you know, people are stupid, man.
Yeah.
People are stupid, which also reminds me, you know how clever Esau is, you know. He got this mind of this female so far messed up, you know. He had this female boxer, I don't remember her name. She was 18 years old, and she died, you know. They KO'd, she went KO,
Yeah.
and then she had a heart infarct or something. She died like 5 days after it, you know. Those females, they think that they are equal to men. They can do
Right.
the same things as men.
Right.
The Most High never said, like, I'm going to make a female and she's equal to a man. No. No, First Peter's, what is it? Yeah, First Peter's chapter 3. It says that she's the weaker vessel, you know.
Right.
Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, this First Peter chapter 3, verse 7.
1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
So it doesn't say giving honor unto the wife as your equal.
Right.
They read it again because it might get gone over some people's mind, you know. Because you got a lot of simps, you know, they think they're talking about, yeah, my wife is equal and shit. But she's not
Right.
equal, man. Okay, go to fucking, you know, just end up in a fight, man, and see if you're equal,
Okay,
man. You know,
yeah.
sometimes I'm fantasizing about when shit hits the fan. You got all those MMA fighting females and stuff, you know,
Right.
those cops and soldiers, females that think that they are tough, you know. Hey, man, when shit hits the fan, when you got no men to run for your protection, then you're going to see, man.
Dog,
And
dog.
that female fighter from Mexico, yeah, her husband was a trainer, man. Her husband was a trainer also.
That's a shame.
Yeah, man. So he was also with the fight there, standing beside us, sitting at the bedtime, and then basically, you know, and Iso like to do that, you know. Then, you know, you're sick, you know, you got some heavy injuries.
Right.
Then they put you in an, how you call it?
Induced
an,
coma.
Yeah,
Coma.
in coma.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
put you in coma, you know. They make you, they make your body go in a coma, and
Right.
she died in a coma, you know. Yeah, man. But Iso was a devil, man, for doing that. Well, of course, nobody perished being innocent. And this shit, you know, I saw the article, I really had to laugh about it, man. I'm like, yeah, man, you think you're tough, man. You think you're tough. Menace to society. You think you're tough. Those females really think they're tough, man. You can see it sometimes in that, you know, because they're protected by law, you know. They only have to dial, like, they have to press three numbers. And Captain Save always here, you know. Save his ass, you know. Her ass.
Right. And they look up to you.
Yeah,
What you
yeah,
gonna
they're real tough, man. They think they can. Man, when there's no policeman, we want to see how many of your females are still gonna look tough, man.
Yeah,
Most
man.
of them won't gonna be afraid to go outside, man.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Do some groceries and shit,
Right,
man.
right.
Yeah, you're a grown ass woman. You're supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to go outside whether you want, you know. It reminds me of an article like a couple of months ago. There was in Utrecht, you know, a female. She was on a bike, and then somebody raped her, you know.
Yeah, man.
She was in the middle of the night and stuff, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were talking about, you know, and that, you know, they were talking about police was looking for witnesses, you know. So, but that shows you also that how stupid females are. They think that if people see them, that they're gonna help her, you know. Ain't
Right.
nobody gonna help you, man. And why the fuck do you need to be outside
Anyway,
you
yeah,
know,
that's
as
in
a
the first
female?
place. Yeah, man.
You know, why the fuck do you need to be outside anyway?
Yeah,
you
man.
know, because you were looking for some dick.
Right.
Then you get some dick that you don't want. You know.
So far, slick.
Yeah, but that also shows you how the society is out of course, you know, because according to the law, you know, of the book of Deuteronomy, it explains you if you grab a female, you know, you're supposed to keep her, you know,
Yeah,
you can't let her go. So here, you know, they just grab a female and ditch her and do their and start doing their thing, you know. It ain't supposed to be. If you had such a law, you wouldn't have these things occur, you know. It wouldn't occur, you know.
Come.
Yeah. Yeah, can you continue in the
Yeah,
First
man.
Peter?
Verse 7.
Yeah.
First Peter chapter 3 verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Yeah, dwell them with them according to knowledge. So you, as a man, you need to understand that she's not equal, you know. That's something that as a man you need to understand that, you know. You gotta be aware, you gotta be looking at her, okay, she might think she's equal because
Right.
that's how
Right.
easy fuck this whole shit up, you know. In their mind they think that they even think they're better than you, that they are more clever, that they know more shit than you.
A lot of
But you see them making a lot of mistakes. I remember one time I was going to my mother's house, and you know, you got a supermarket there, and there was this female, she was driving the truck. So, you know, so she was driving the truck with all the stuff for the supermarket in there.
Yeah,
big
yeah,
truck,
yeah.
And she have to park it next to the supermarket, you know, but there's a road there. So she was blocking the whole road and she couldn't get the truck in the right way. It was taking very long. I was like, fuck it, man, I ain't gonna wait for that. So I turned my car around and went to my mother's house from the other side, you know. I'm like, I ain't gonna
Right.
wait for that shit, you know.
Yeah.
I already saw her going forward, backing up again, going forward, backing up again. Dude was standing there like this, left, right, this shit, you know.
Man, that
I'm
shows
like,
you-
yeah, you think you're the same. Females, they don't got the, I call that this insight. They cannot look forward, you know. A lot of times when I'm driving the car, when people driving stupid, I already think to myself, that's a female or an old Edomite, you know.
Right.
And it's always like that. It's either an old Edomite or it's a female driving, you know.
Or an Indian.
Yeah?
Or an Indian person?
Coolie.
Coolie.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Also, man, with females, especially if you got those females in the small cars, they drive it like it's a truck, man.
Right,
Yeah,
right. Man,
And that shows you also how many Sims there are on this planet, man. Because there's actually men that say, okay, you got your license.
Yeah,
Knowing that
example-
she's...
I had an example with my sister. My sister, she had her license before me. I was driving a car from 16 years already. You know, my father teach me how to drive a car. I was driving my car. I had my sister, bigger sister. I was secretly going with her car, you know. And I remember one time, you know, we went to eat somewhere, you know, with my parents and my sister. And me and my father, we were drinking beer. So we were like, my sister, she had a driver license. And we were like, okay, we're gonna drink, she's gonna drive home. She couldn't even get off the parking lot, you know, and she had a driver license. I was so annoyed. I was sitting in the back of the car. I was like, man, this is really frustrating. It's better that me drive. My father was like, yeah, okay, you drive. You know? And so I have been drinking and didn't have a driver license, so I drive us home, you know? Doesn't make no sense, man. But that's, you know, a lot of them, now they got one in Belgium, I believe, from a driver instructor. They charge him because he was touching some girls, you know?
Yeah.
One of
yeah.
17 and, I don't know,
Yeah,
what,
man.
16 or 17 or something.
Yeah, under the 18.
Under the 18
Yeah,
years
man.
old, you know. So he was filling them up, and he said that he was only touching them to encourage them to drive, you know, like
it's okay, baby.
let me touch your punani real quick so that you will drive
right.
a little bit better. Yeah.
If I touch your left thigh, it means left. If I touch your right thigh, it means right.
And if it says go straight,
Yeah. Get my hand under your boobies. I need you to brake. Heavily.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's funny, man. So, but I've been hearing a lot of those stories back in the days. Also, you know how females. But that's, you know, that shows you where they're good for. You know, we were before we start camp, we were talking about this OnlyFans things. You know, but that shows you where females are good for. They're only good for that thing. You know, a lot of them. If you can't cook, you're only good for your punani, man.
Right.
And your punani, people, hey, us men, we will get bored of your punani.
Yeah,
finally,
man.
you know.
Fast.
Man, you can make all kinds of figures in your punani and shit, but
Right.
you know, it will bore it out. You know, if you don't cook, you know,
man.
don't
Right.
cook. If you can make a proper meal,
Right.
man, you fuck that thing a couple of times, you'll be bored, man.
Boy,
Huh?
what the fuck I'm about to do with you?
You gotta get the how you say that buy some food every time, you know.
Right,
Fuck
right.
out of there, man. Stop cooking, man. Make yourself how you call that?
Useful, man. Yeah, useful.
Useful, yeah. Make
Yeah,
yourself
man.
useful, man. Go in the kitchen, man.
Go
Prepare
get
me
some
something.
cooking lessons. You know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, at least try, man.
Yeah, man.
At least try. That's what we do, you know.
Yeah.
Although our righteousness is as filthy rags,
Filthy
but at
rags.
least we try, man.
Yeah, man.
But that's you know, the mindset of these females nowadays, you know. They got an ESO mentality, you know. They need a man that can take them, that is able to take them out to dinner every day, you know. Fuck that shit, man. We just supposed to be cooking. Back in the days, you know, in the time when I grew up, it was normal for a mother to go in the kitchen with her daughter and learning all those things, because that's how she has learned it from her mother, you know, how to cook, you know.
Right.
At a certain age, you know, back in the days, it was normal for children to just cook for the family, you know.
Yeah, man.
That's how it's supposed to be, you know. Then when she gets older, she will get a man, and the man will stay with her because she will do the things she's supposed to do, you know.
Righteously. Yeah,
But nowadays, these men, they don't want to stay with this wicked woman, man. And believe me, as a man, you don't want to leave your job. You don't want to leave your job, but you don't want to deal with an evil female, man.
Right.
Who wants to go home to a female who doesn't cook? The whole house is messed up and shit. Man, nobody wants to come home to that, man. Everything you tell her to do is an argument and shit. And you know, you got no power, you know.
Right.
Esau made it clear, you got no power.
You tight.
You know,
hands on your back.
if you already raise your voice, you know, you're already out of order, basically, you
Right.
know.
Domestic violence.
Yeah.
You know,
You're already violent. She just have to say she's afraid of you, you know. It's done.
done.
Yeah. You don't even have to hit her, man.
No,
So even defend yourself, you're already in the wrong because you're a man. But yet they are equal, right?
Right.
But they are equal, right?
Right.
So if a female punch you in the face,
Yeah.
you know, she want to act like a man,
Yeah.
you know, she be like, rah, rah, and then she fist you in the face,
Yeah.
and then you give her one,
Yeah.
she goes KO.
Mhm.
You think what do you think is gonna happen? The police will come, they will put you in prison.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because
right,
she ain't supposed to hit a female, but she's equal, right?
Right.
She hit me first, so it was self-defense.
Done.
But still, you go to prison because she's a female. Yeah. So you want to tell her? So at first you want to tell us she's equal, but then when something like that occur, then she's the weaker vessel.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
Only when it, how is it? Wanneer het uitkomt, you know, when it's.
Established.
Huh?
Established, right?
Nou, wanneer het uitkomt, wanneer het voor hun uitkomt. When
When it's good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's,
Yeah, when it's good for them,
profitable.
you know.
Yeah.
Huh?
Profitable.
Yeah, when it's profitable for them, then they want to switch the thing up, you know.
Right.
That shows you how Esau is a snake, you know.
Yes.
And wasn't it also that if a female hits a man in the groins, she's supposed to be put to death?
They're supposed to take her hand off.
Yeah. But a lot
Chop
of
the head
females
off.
like to do that.
Yeah.
Like to kick men in the
they
groins.
They're supposed to chop the head off, man.
Right. But even with because you had a couple of American football players, they were caught in the same situation like that. There was one in the elevator, right? This woman hit him first.
Oh yeah.
You
I
remember?
remember that story. Yeah.
Yeah, she hit him first, then he hit her, then they were like, oh,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
gotta strip his whole American football
Actually,
contract,
his career, everything was
then
done.
she came back
Yeah.
and said, no, I was in the wrong. I gotta apologize to him. And all these women on Twitter, they were like, why you apologize to him? He hit you.
Yeah.
But she was like, no, he hit me first. And it was my fault. I was drunk.
Yeah, exactly. Out of order.
She
That
knew
also
that.
shows you, man. Females don't need. You got a drunk female.
Eh,
I remember one case also, man. It's also, but that shows you how stupid people are, and people want to protect stupid, you know.
right.
You had a
Right.
case like I think a couple of years ago in Holland. There were two females. They went with two men after a party. They went with two men to a hotel room, and then they were claiming that they were raped. Okay, first and foremost, as a female, you got nothing to do at a party, you know,
Right.
in the middle of the night. That's the first thing. Okay, you still want to go? Okay, that's your thing. Then you want to go with a couple of guys to a hotel room. Why are you going to with a man to a room to do what? To play some Monopoly or something?
I just wanted to say that, man.
Yeah,
to say
have
that.
some tea, you know.
Mensen
have a cup
erger je
of
niet.
coffee after you've been drinking in the club and stuff.
Yeah,
You've been
man.
sipping in the club and shit. Then you come with, you go with those men to have a cup of coffee to sober up or whatever in a hotel room.
Slaapmutsje.
There's not there's not much to do in a hotel room, man. You got a bed there, you got a TV there. That's it.
Yeah.
Huh? What the fuck are you going to do in a hotel room? You know, having a long-winded conversation. Man, I saw the article. I was like, fucking bullshit, man. And people feeling sorry for those females, man.
Yeah, man.
Why the fuck were you? First and foremost, you went inside there. You know, you already made the agreement to give up the coochie.
Right.
Yeah, man.
You know, because it never happens that a female goes with a man for no reason. She comes with a man because she's ready to give up the coochie. You know?
That's right, man.
Yeah. And then you want to talk about they raped you. Get the fuck out of there, man. So the man he picked you up from the club, dragged you all the way to his hotel.
Right.
Nobody stopped him while you were
Right.
kicking and screaming because you didn't want to go. And then he entered the hotel. There's always at the hotel. There's always somebody sitting
the
downstairs.
lobby, yeah.
You know, at the lobby, there's always somebody there, some kind of security. You know.
Right.
So you want to tell me that you can grab a female there to your hotel room? She'd be screaming, I don't want to go, this and that. And then do we like have a good evening, you know?
I didn't see something. See nothing.
You slip him €5, you know. Hey, he's 5, he's 5, you know what I'm saying?
Don't say nothing.
You have some fun, sir.
Right.
Doesn't make no sense, man. But people want to protect those shit, man. A lot of stupid shit going on. Those females, they're gonna find out the hard way, man.
But also, a female, she actually taped Neymar, the football player.
Yeah.
She taped him and trying to set him up with the fake rape shit, right? Then they found out, why did you tape him? Then she had to
Exactly.
explain it.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And then they found out, oh, so you trying to get some money off him.
Exactly.
You cannot trust these females.
Females, they're not women.
Okay, quick reset.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
Yeah, and that's a
Right.
beautiful scripture, man. That's a beautiful scripture to keep in mind. Of the woman came, just go back to the book of Genesis, man. How did it start? It started with Eve, man. She started to listen to this Edomite,
Yeah.
serpent,
Right.
like she's doing today. You know, mess up everything. You know,
Right.
Esau
Right.
give her power. Females shouldn't have authority. Yesterday I was watching this program for the rechter, you know, Dutch program. People have to go. You see this female judge with the whole short hair? I was looking at the face. She was feeling real powerful, man.
Manly.
I want to see those females, man. When shit hits the fan, man. You think you're tough and shit. You know, you got the power. Well, I order you to go to jail and this and that. What you did is not a minor thing. So she was a police judge, you know. It's not a minor thing. I order you to go to jail for 20 days or 120 days and this and that. Talking to an elderly man, you know, real tough. And then the man was kind of vexed. He had to go with the police, you know. So he was like, "Good evening," and he didn't say nothing. He flipped the finger to the police, you know. He flipped his finger, and she was looking like, "Oh, he doesn't." Oh, so he didn't say good evening to her. She was looking like kind of like, he ain't gonna say nothing, you know. What the fuck, man? You sent that dude to jail, and then you want him to wish you have a good night, a good evening, to wish you fuck.
Got a precept? 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man.
Exactly.
Right.
For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man.
Yeah.
The way the show, the book of Sirach and the book of Sirach, right? Oh, you just dropped it. I believe it's chapter 36, if I'm correct. Chapter 36, let me see real quick.
Oh.
36?
Yeah, chapter 36 and verse 24.
Yeah.
Come on. 30, Ecclesiastes chapter 36 and 24. He that gathereth a wife, beginning a possession, and help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest.
Yeah, and that's what your female's supposed to be.
Right.
A help unto himself, not being arguing, not argue everything that the man wants to happen, going against everything that he says. You know?
Right.
It ain't supposed to be like. You're supposed to be a pillar of rest.
Right.
You know, you come home from your job, dinner is supposed to be ready,
Right.
and you're supposed to be like this, you know, like you had this old movies, you know, you see these females, you know,
Yeah.
they're coming in with the slippers, you know, they
Right.
got the newspaper ready, the man was smoking a pipe, you know,
Right,
you got the pipe for him ready, you know, so you just sit there, relax, you know, get him a cold beer, you know, sit down, you know, chill for a little moment,
Right.
and then, you know, let him come to a restful place, you know. That's how it's supposed to be. Not nowadays, you know, you come home, then you start nagging. This is not good. This is not good. This is that bad. You're supposed to fix this and that. You already been working all day. Then you come home to more stress. You know, it ain't supposed to be like that. And that's why you see how things are out of order. You know, Esau knows what he's doing. You know, so he made that whole structure that the people used to have back in the days, because that was the man was the head of the house. You know, and then everything was in order. You know.
That's right.
The woman was in order, so she was.
Maar heeft historie, want die willen, hebben jullie een kerk of zoiets?
This is the kerk. Can somebody go to Matthew chapter 18 and 20?
Waar is jullie kerk, hè?
Kijk, dit is wat diegene die Jezus noemt, dit is wat hij
Nee,
zegt.
ik bedoel, jullie hebben een kerk. Zodra je kan
Nee,
komen,
ik ga nu uitleggen.
luister naar de woord van God.
Ik ga uitleggen. Dit is wat het betekent.
18?
20, toch?
Yeah, 18 and 20. This is the book of Matthew chapter 18 verse 20.
Heb je Engels?
Welke boek?
Matthäus
Matthäus.
Ah, Matteo, ja.
hoofdstuk 18 vers 20.
Je begrijpt Engels?
Nee,
For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them.
Dus ze zeggen waar 2 of 3 samenkomen in zijn naam. Dus dat is degene die iedereen Jezus noemt. Hij zegt, maar 2 of 3...
Matteo, welke noemen
Sorry, kan ik
Matteo?
even verder gaan?
Als
Waar
je even
2
luistert.
Matthäus, hoofdstuk 18, versie 20.
Want ik kan het zo in mijn Bijbel
Kan je
zoeken.
opzoeken, ja.
En Matteo 8, 23. Matteo 8, 23.
8:10.
20, 20.
Mateo
8,
8,
no, 18.
18,
18 en versículo 20.
20. Mateo 18, 20.
Sí.
Ya. Ajá. Ah, que si el verbo, ya iba a repetir. De kerk is, als hij eentje op twee naar de
Samenkomen in zijn naam
palabra de Dios
sí.
horen,
Ja.
dat is de tempel van God.
Dat is ja, jouw lichaam.
mijn lichaam
boeken-
is de tempel van God.
Ja, de
Mijn
Bijbel
lichaam.
zegt toch, jouw lichaam is de tempel van God. Where are you from? Waar kom je vandaan? Waar komt je vandaan?
Santo Domingo.
Santo Domingo. Oké, weet u dat u een kind van Israël bent, de echte kinderen van Israël? De hijo de Israël, die verdad, zijn negro, latino, indiano, dat zijn de echte
Israëlieten.
hijo de Israël, la verdad.
Hijo de Israel.
Ja, nos todo, dat verdad hijo de Israël. No? Niet die mensen die nou in Israël zijn, die zijn het niet.
Ah,
Ja. Weet u degene die ze Jezus noemen? De homo die ze Jezus noemen? Is een negro.
ya, eso
¿Dat
yo,
weet u?
yo entendí que ustedes dicen que Jesús era prieto. Jullie zeggen dat Jezus
Het is donker, Bijbel zegt maar.
jullie was zwart.
Ja,
Jezus was zwart.
Ja, donker.
Wat kan je lezen in mijn Bijbel dan?
In
Revelation.
Revelations, ja.
Revelación.
Openbaringen.
Revelation.
Revelación.
Die handen van jou.
1 en 14.
Daniel,
Ja, waar was u van? Welk land was u?
Santo Domingo.
Santo Domingo?
Sí.
Santo Dominicana, ja. Simeon.
Simeón.
Ja, waarschijnlijk Simeon.
Second born. Toch? Nee, eerst.
Para yo poderlo buscar
Nee,
me
niet
tienes que
zeker.
escribir el coso aquí. Entonces, ¿estás tú que me Bijbel?
Ja, ja, ja.
Estás en Bijbel, niet hier bij mij, thuis.
Ja, ja, ja.
Si jij zegt me,
De
porque...
zoon is Simeon.
Moet je pen hebben, je hebt geen pen.
Ja, ja, nee, ik heb
Van
het niet.
Jozef, van Jacob.
Jullie hebben gezegd que voor dat jullie zeiden dat hij was en dat hij was
Ik heb
zwart.
gisteren nog
Ja,
gelezen.
ja, dit
Maar
is
dan
goed
vond
erbij.
je RW.
Daarom, maar nu is de ahora. Nee, even komen
Jesús era negro.
Romans 13 en 11.
¿Dónde que lo voy a buscar? ¿Cuál kan je lezen?
Nee, Revelation.
Ah, Revelación. Revelación.
Sí,
Ajá.
uno.
Ja,
Revelación 1.
Sí, en dan kom je
Revelación
versículo.
1.
Ja, uno.
Ruben is de eerste.
Después,
Otra vez 1.
ja, versículo 1. Después, versículo 3.
13.
Ruben is eerste.
Entonces, 5.
15. Revelación 1, 1, 13, 15.
Sí.
Daniel.
Ah,
Also
Daniel.
Daniel, also.
Daniel.
También.
Daniel dice que Jesús era negro.
Todos.
¿Y María también?
Todos, sí.
¿María era negra?
Sí.
Sí.
Todos. Song of Solomon, my skin is dark like the tents of Kedar.
Y el que usted dijo del Salmo, usted dijo que nosotros somos el templo de Dios, la que, ¿cómo fue ese?
Se ahora está el templo, se ahora está el templo para venir back. Ahora está el
Que
templo.
Dios viene de nuevo.
Zo'n
Flyer halen.
Hm?
Flyer halen, dat is het.
een flyer.
Ja.
Ja. Zo.
Mener, ¿cómo fue? Usted dijo Juan, que usted dijo que Dios, que yo le pregunté dónde está la iglesia de ustedes. Usted me dice a mí que la iglesia de ustedes somos nosotros mismos.
Yo no comprende español.
Ah,
Poquito. Ja.
jullie zeggen dat de tempel van God zijn wij zelf.
Ja, 1 Corinthians. Weet je wat het is?
Que jullie hebben geen kerken, jullie hebben geen kerk.
Nee, maar dit is, kijk, zijn echte naam,
We zijn all over
nommer
the
de
place.
verdad,
Weet je, dat
die
is toch wel
Jesus
Corinthians.
is Yahweh Shai.
Ajá,
Wat
Staat
is
zo'n nommer die verdad.
ja.
Ato die Dios, nommer die verdad, Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
ni Yahweh.
Nee, Yahweh. Yahweh.
Entonces, okay, aquí ahora, ¿cómo empezamos? Fue Juan,
John.
Juan.
Sí.
onda, sorry, yesterday made that the temple van God.
Nee, is Corinthians. Boekje die Corinthians.
16, right?
Corinthians.
Huh?
Ik kan het
Know ye
lezen.
not that ye are the temple of God.
Exactly, ja.
¿Porque was en Juan o en Corintios?
Corinthians 3,
Ah,
3,
Er is.
Corintios,
Just
Corintios 3:16.
just says it. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God,
Yeah.
and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
Que el Espíritu de
¿Comprende?
Dios está dentro de mí.
Sí, sí.
Claro,
Sí.
yo no puedo hablar, pero yo comprendo.
Ok. Bueno.
El Espíritu de Dios está inside of me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Claro.
En
Ik heb die Songs of Solomon ook.
Ja.
Zo.
Je hebt ook kijk die channel van dingen opgegeven, zo, Nos tienen hermanos,
Ajá.
predicar en español.
Hey.
Sí.
Oh, sí, dámelo,
Sí.
porque yo miro siempre a Joel Osteen.
Nee.
Ik ken jullie kijken ook.
Oh,
Ik kijk Joel Osteen.
Oh,
Kijk
ja.
jij daar, de
No,
pastor?
no.
No.
He's,
Nee, je kent hem
he
niet.
doesn't tell everything, you know. How many people tell you that you are de kinderen van God, die verdad? Wie zegt jou? Niemand zegt jou.
Ah.
Wij zeggen dat. Niemand zegt het. We zeggen niet.
Even when there was a drowning, in a Texas.
Wij zijn een kind van God.
Wij zijn die kinderen. Nosta,
Nosotros somos
Ja.
hijos de Dios.
hijo de Israël, la verdad.
Toen ze overstrooming was.
La verdad.
Super
Die
church
mensen daar in Israël,
Mega church.
Ja, toch?
die liegen.
Mega church, ja.
Nosta, daarom zijn wij in dingen. Als je bijvoorbeeld...
Deuteronomy
Ja, is goed, maar spirit man, ik zat aan te denken.
In
76.
Deuteronomy?
Deuteronomio.
Ja.
Same.
Deuteronomio 6.
Shitte.
Ja, 6. Oh,
Shitte.
shit.
Shitte. And
Deuteronomio
6.
7. 6. Ja, 7, 6.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you, because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, had the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, for the hand of the Pharaoh king of Egypt.
Blended? Focus op. Yahweh gusta solamente el hijo de Israel. En otro nación,
Pero la gente de Israel fue que lo mataron a Jesús, que lo crucificaron. La gente de Israel fueron que lo crucificaron.
crucificado
De mensen van Israël?
alleen de Yahushua. He went on the cross only for the children of Israel. Book of Acts 5, vanaf 30, versie 30. Boek die boek Actua, I think Actua.
Éxodo.
No, Actua,
Ezequiel.
No, Ezekiel.
Acts. Laat zien.
Ja, laat me zien.
Es en inglés, no, ya.
No, ja.
Ah, ya, ya.
Actua.
Ya, Act.
5.
Ja, capítulo 5, versículo 30. Hebben die Spaanse dinges?
Ja, dat is LA.
Ja, is goed man. Je hebt ook,
Así se
je hebt ze ook in Peru.
Y muchas veces dan con el programa. Si se te dice en
YouTube.
YouTube se te dice
Ja,
y dan con Julie Dings.
dit is speciaal.
Dit is ons.
Es hermanos die nos predicar en español.
Nee, niet van mij.
Nee, is van de Amar. Oh. Also, yo tengo also hermanos en Peru. Also predicar.
Ah, jullie altijd prediken buiten.
Ja.
Jullie hebben geen tempel,
No,
jullie hebben
dat is wat Yahweh Shai heeft ons gezegd.
Wat moet
Kijk,
daarmee doen?
als wij in Mira, als
hij
wij,
zegt jullie dat jullie maar geen tempel hebben.
nee, hij zegt, wij moeten buiten.
Peru?
Kijk, als wij binnen
Hij
zijn,
zoekt Peru op. dat staat
als
er
wij
ook.
binnen zitten,
Aha.
u had ons niet gezien vandaag.
Nee,
Als wij ergens binnen zitten, u had ons niet gezien.
nee.
Nu u fietst hier, u ziet ons.
Ja.
Elke week wij staan hier.
Oh.
U weet, elke week we staan. Dus mensen weten. Kijk, de scripture zegt toch, my sheep shall hear my voice. Als de palabra,
Oye tu
is de
voz.
palabra, ja, als jij moet horen, die palabra van,
voz de Dios.
van Yahweh, je gaat het horen. Dus je
Ja.
gaat komen. Dan weet u, kijk nu, u heeft in een paar minuten veel, mucho information. Mucho information, in een paar minuten.
Sí.
Als wij binnen zijn, u weet niet. Nu, u fiets langs, de bicicleta, je ziet, hey.
Je hebt een scriptie
Ja.
daarvoor.
Ja, maar de mensen van Jehovah's getuigen, ze hebben toch
Ja, maar dat
een
is
zaal,
niet...
maar ze prediken ook buiten.
Heb
Mensen
je
zoeken.
ex...
Mensen zoeken.
Was het 7 en 48? 7
Want
en
God
48?
zei, je moet, hoe heet het, wat zegt God? Je moet mensen...
Ja, ik heb het.
Ja, maar daarom staan we hier. Dat is wat ik zeg.
Kijk, this is the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
Zie je het? Zo, de
As
Most
said the
High, zo
prophet.
Yahweh, de Spirito,
Ajá.
is not in the temple, dus ecclesiastes, built with man's hands.
Oh.
Snap je?
Apúntamelo aquí, por favor, apúntamelo aquí para yo leerlo. El que formé ya, cuando dije tausuke. Y ante mensen lezen, want de mensen zeggen mij, nee, je moet wel naar de kerk. Je moet naar de kerk, maar je zegt nee.
Dat is voor die money.
Maar je zegt nee, dat is
Jij
goed.
gaat naar de kerk.
Ik ga een
Wat
bord
ga je in de
geven.
kerk doen?
Ik ga een bord geven.
Ja, jij gaat naar die
Ah.
kerk toe. Ja, jij gaat naar die kerk. Die dingetje gewoon. Hij moet die geld hebben, toch?
Ja, zeker, zeker.
Wij vragen je, wij willen jouw geld niet. De Bijbel zegt, wij hebben gratis gekregen. Wij geven gratis. Daarom, YouTube. Comprende?
Hoe kan van jullie leven dan? Hoe kan je leven dan?
Kijk, vandaag is zaterdag.
Ah,
Door de week, maandag, vrijdag, ons tien trabajo.
ah, oké.
Wij werken gewoon.
Ah, oké.
Dit is wat wij doen voor Yahweh Basham Yahushai.
Ja, ja.
Begrijpt u?
Ja, ja.
En voor ons mensen.
Aha.
En dat is mooi, we waren eens in Ezekiel bezig, toch?
Ja, ja, zeker.
We waren in de boek of Ezekiel, dus ja, voor onze mensen.
Dus meneer,
Zie je hoe mooi de Mosai
Wat is
werkt?
dat?
Hij geeft gewoon een voorbeeld zo, weet je.
en
laat
Proverbios zegt, ik hoef niet naar de kerk.
Nee, dat is Acts. Dit is
Nee,
Acts.
Actua.
Acts.
Actua.
Ik hoef niet naar de
naar de
tempel.
kerken?
Ik kan...
Mm.
Je moet naar
Ja,
ons
en
luisteren.
highways en byways, weet je wat het is? Het is Matthew is het 10 of zo, denk ik. Kijk, highways en byways.
Welke moest je met toe?
Ja, die van go ye to the highways and byways.
Matthew 10 en 27.
Deze
Ja.
is belangrijk voor mij, deze ad.
Kijk,
Want de mensen zeggen, je moet met wel met mensen omhangen.
Ja.
Maar jullie zeggen nee, is niet nodig.
de kerk, nee, is niet.
Kerk is niet nodig.
Hoe lang,
Nee, is niet
hoeveel
10 en
jaar
27.
gaat u naar de kerk? ¿Cuántos años?
Nee, daar zijn veel mensen die zijn
Ja,
nep
maar
mensen,
u zelf.
nep.
Nee, maar u zelf. Ja, ik weet.
Nee,
Zijn
ik heb
nep, ja.
verstopt, ik heb verstopt. Zijn
Ja,
nep.
daarom. Snap u?
Die zijn-
Mensen gaan
nee,
daar.
maar nee, ze zeggen,
Ja.
voor verse. Ik heb zondag, ze zeggen nee, als je zondag, je mag niet komen hier voor jouw zondag. Ze hebben ze tegen mij in de kerk zelf. Mensen van evangelie of zo dingen.
U mag niet komen.
Je mag
Ja,
niet komen.
echt waar.
En de Bijbel zegt,
En zetten mijn dingen zo, ik mag niet naar binnen omdat ik heb zondag. Als je zondag hebt, je mag niet komen. Maar er zijn andere
all
dingen.
sin can be forgiven.
Kijk, je moet zo zien, de woord religie komt van het Griekse woord religio.
Zie religio.
En het woord religio in het Engels betekent to hold back, to withdraw, to restrain.
Ja, onderdrukken, onder
Ja,
pressure.
tegenhouden.
Ja.
Dat is wat de kerk doet.
Ja, maar wat zegt die apostol Pablo zegt?
Ja,
Arrepentíos.
ja.
¿No?
The kingdom of
Está en de
heaven.
Bijbel.
Ja.
Arrepente, de apostol Pablo zegt, je moet arrepentido. Dus
Ja,
de
stoppen.
zondag,
Ja,
Ja.
je mag stoppen met zondag en terug naar de komen. Maar de andere
Ja,
mensen
precies,
zeggen, de
precies.
neppe de farsante, zegt je mag niet komen. Omdat ik
Ja.
zondag heb, je mag niet komen.
mira, mira.
Matthew 12,
Mateo,
Mateo,
Jesus
Christos.
31. Wherefore I say unto you, all manner of sins and blasphemy shall be forgiven
¿sí?
unto men.
que te blesse, que me da
Als sin.
bendición.
Zo. Ja, ja, dus repent. En repent, nifico.
Significa.
Ja, bidden tot Yahweh Basham Yassai, alsjeblieft geef mij de kracht om te stoppen
Ja,
met te doen dit. Ik ga
Ja.
mijn best doen om beter te worden.
ja,
Snap je?
ja,
Vergeven, je gaat weer je best doen. Je staat op, je valt,
ja.
land arriba.
Amen. Ja. Zo staat de Bijbel.
Zo zegt de
Dat zijn
Bijbel.
niet jij, niet ik. De
Dat
Bijbel
is de
zegt
Bijbel.
zo. De
Dat is-
Bijbel.
Yahweh Shai.
En de Bijbel is
Yahweh Shai
en de Bijbel
is
is
de
de woord van
palabra
God.
die Yahweh
right.
Basham
En
Yassai.
hij heeft
Claro.
alleen aan zijn mensen gegeven.
Claro.
Niet andere
Ja,
mensen. Wij.
Psalms, pak Psalms.
Todos unos.
Psalms
unos.
147.
Sí.
Laatste twee vers. Ja, ja.
Welke?
Ja, zo. Claro.
But let me start over.
Yeah.
Wherefore I say unto you, all manner of sins and blasphemy shall be forgiven unto men, but the blasphemy against the Holy Ghost shall not be forgiven
dus
unto men.
Dus als jij Yahweh Basham Yahweh
Sí, pero
Shai.
ik kan tot thuis zoeken. Als je het schrijft voor mij hier, de test.
Matthew 12 and 31.
Kijk, alleen als jij vervloekt Yahweh Basham Yahushai, niet vergeven. Alles, jij doet zonde.
Oh.
Wij
Oh,
mensen.
maar hij niet vervloekt. Oh.
Nee, maar wij mensen, wij zijn niet perfect. Wij maken fouten.
Ja.
Wij maken elke dag fouten. Soms
Ja.
jij maakt verkeerde beslissingen, je maakt fouten. Daarom Yahweh Shai is teruggekomen aan de kruis, zodat wij hebben een kans voor vergeving.
Ja.
Begrijp je? Daarom.
En jullie zijn altijd mannen, nooit met vrouwen.
Ja, maar dat is ook wat die Bijbel zegt. Ik ga het zo meteen uitleggen. De Bijbel
Niet met
zegt,
vrouwen, predikeren.
vrouw moet thuis leren. De man moet de vrouw leren.
Maar die
Maar
vrouw,
dit is mooi, want vandaag-
sorry, maar die vrouw is toch geen vrouw, daarom vragen.
Ja, maar
Maar
dat
geen
is...
vrouw waar jullie predikeren, alleen mannen.
Ja, maar kijk, u mag wel vragen stellen, maar kijk, bijvoorbeeld als u een man heeft, yo tengo hombre,
Yo,
ja?
ik heb
Dus-
alleen God.
Oké, maar normaal, wij zeggen dan, kijk, eerste keer je komt zo vragen, als u meer wil leren, als u een man heeft, dan moet uw man komen, uw man gaat, u zegt uw man, dit en dit, ik wil weten zo en zo, die man komt bij ons, dit en dit, en dan hij kan u vertellen thuis, snap je?
Ja.
Maar als je gewoon alleen bent, u kan gewoon komen. Wij zijn elke zaterdag, todos zaterdag.
Jullie zijn zelfs moslim, hè? Vrouw aparte, man aparte, toch?
Ja, dat is
Moslims
Bijbel.
zijn als ons.
Dat is Bijbel.
Oh.
Die Koran,
Oh, de Bijbel zijn...
die die boek van Mozes, dus Genesis, Deuteronomy, Leviticus, dat is die Koran is gebaseerd daarop.
Ja, de Koran is eerder dan de Bijbel.
De Bijbel was eerder dan de
was ook
Koran.
daar.
We hebben de ding van de Koran, we hebben gekeken in de Bijbel en hebben die dingen gepakt.
Zit even te
Koran,
kijken of het
en
precept
zeggen
bij
van,
zit.
wij gaan het zo en zo doen. Snap je?
Ja.
Dat is die ding.
Maar hun
First
denken dat
Timothy 2 in
hun
Nederland.
gechosen one zijn.
Ja.
Want Abraham is Ismaël.
Ja.
En daarna komt Isaac. Maar wij zijn Isaac.
Had je die
Hun
ene
zijn
afgemaakt? Nee, hè?
Ismaël.
Oh ja, als
So
in-
hun denken, oh, wij zijn de number one. But no, God chose us
Ah,
to be the one.
ja.
So that's why Quran is not real.
Ah.
Wat heb je daar soms?
No, nog niet.
Wat heb jij soms?
Ik heb First Timothy 2 en
Maar Psalms hebben van,
Ja, doe maar eerst even soms en dan gaan we die...
Psalms hoeveel?
van Jacob.
147.
Maar jullie mogen niet samen met de vrouwen, toch apart.
Wat?
Deze.
Prediken.
Nee, een vrouw mag niet prediken. Bijbel gaat, hij gaat het zo meteen voor je lezen.
Kijk.
Oh, de vrouw mag niet
Nee,
predikeren.
dat hoeft niet.
Oh, dat heb je nooit gehoord. Deze
Ik
keer.
weet het, dat vertellen ze niet.
Oh, deze keer heb je dat gehoord. Nooit gehoord.
Daarom vraag ik u van
Zijn
hoe
veel
lang...
vrouwen pastoren?
Ja, ik weet het.
Ja.
Ik weet
Hoe
het,
heet
maar
die vrouw?
Bijbel
Deze
zegt...
vrouw heet die vrouw,
Ja,
Maar
maar
mag
Bijbel
niet.
zegt mag niet.
Volgens de Bijbel mag niet.
Zie
Maar
je
lees
met
hem maar nu,
Miriam?
lees hem maar nu.
Kijk, en lees.
Miriam
Kijk,
wil
kijk.
praten.
Mira, señora.
First Timothy
Espérate. Timoteo.
2.
Premun...
Primero de
Timothy.
Timoteo o segunda.
primero.
Este.
Eerste, sí.
Este
Ze weet
Timoteo
wel.
Jes 1,
Versículo.
11,
Ja.
2, Jes 2.
12. 11 Timoteo, oh mira.
Sí. 11 en 12, hè?
Ja.
Ja.
My God, deze ding heb je nooit van gehoord.
Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach,
Mira,
nor to...
zo een mujer no mag niet leren aan mensen de Bijbel. No predicar.
Suffer.
En dat is Nieuwe Testament, hè? Testamenten Novo.
Oh.
Ja.
Ja.
No
Dat
sabía, no
misa
sabía.
in de kerk, ze vertellen jou niet.
Nee.
Zij vertellen jou niet.
No,
Daarom
no,
zeg ik, kerk, zij liegen. Ze gaat om geld. Jij gaat daar en vertelt een mooie verhaaltje. Jij voelt blij van binnen. Dan die mandje gaat er rond. Jij zet jouw geld daar zo binnen. Ja, die pastoor is blij. Hij
Die
koopt een
vrouw mogen
nieuwe...
niet
Hij koopt
predikeren.
een nieuwe pak.
Nieuwe
Ja,
jas.
Nieuwe jas.
Die vrouw mogen
Rijdt
niet
nieuwe
predikeren,
auto.
die vrouw.
Ik heb altijd gezegd ook, als ik blut ben, ga ik op zondag in de kerk zitten. Als de mandje komt, ik ga achterin zitten. Als het mandje komt, dan ren ik weg. met 20 euro, 50 euro.
Ja.
Veel geld, hè?
Ja.
Maar dat is allemaal niet goed. Allemaal niet goed.
Ah, jullie zijn veel anders, ja.
Wij zijn naar verdad.
Jullie zijn anders.
Wij
want
lezen de hele
ik
Bijbel.
heb nooit gehoord in mijn leven dat de vrouw mag niet predikeren. De vrouw
Exactly.
mag niet geen pastoor worden.
Ja.
En jij zegt de vrouw mag niet geen pastoor.
Hè? Nee,
En
vrouw
die
mag
vrouw
niet.
mag geen pastora worden, geen pastora.
Nee. Vrouw moet thuis leren. Kijk.
12 again.
Yeah.
But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man.
En dat authority, authority, baas. Een vrouw mag niet baas zijn over man.
Ja.
Comprende?
Ja.
Zeg het zoals nu, Aki, die maatschappij, Mundo is zo, bijvoorbeeld, vrouw is rechter. Begrijp je
Ja.
rechter?
Ja, sí,
Zeg, jij moet gevangenis.
die wordt...
Mag niet, weet je?
Ja.
Ja, politie, vrouw politieagent.
Ja.
Stoppen, jij, boete, dit en dat.
Mm.
Mag niet eigenlijk.
niet, mag niet.
Bijbel zegt mag niet.
Deze functie mag niet.
Nee, officieel mag niet. Maar deze wereld, nu is de wicked, hè. El mundo es muy malo ahora, zie?
Dankjewel voor
Daarom
alles.
die balans is niet goed. Daarom, begrijp u? Brandy?
Dankjewel, ik heb veel geleerd, dank je.
Ja.
Oké, succes.
Een paar minuten, hè?
Ja.
U gaat jaren naar kerk, u weet niks. Nu kom je een paar minuten.
Ja, veel geleerd.
Veel, ja.
Dankjewel.
Oké.
Oké.
Di
Nou,
nada.
Doei.
Autobus.
Ja, man.
So you see how went the Most High gave us an example, you know.
Right.
We were going into the book of Ezekiel, you know. We're standing here for our people, you know. How they don't regard, you know, but the people who will hear it. Now you got this woman. She was just driving her bike and she came straight away here.
Right.
And then at first I was looking at her, you know, because she cannot always see, you know, our people. Sometimes I was like, oh, she might be a coolie or something, you know.
Right.
You don't know, you know.
Right.
Because of course our people, we look like all kinds of nations. But then I heard her accent. I was like, okay, she got a Spanish accent, you know.
Right.
So then I asked her where she's from. And I'm like, okay, you gotta know that you are one of the children of Israel, you know. And she knew something, you know. She had heard the story before about Yahweh being a dark-skinned man, but she didn't know that she was a child of Israel, you know. So she found that out, you know.
Right.
And she was already stopped. You see how this Mosai worked, you know. So the Mosai took her from church, and that's a rare thing, especially with elderly women, you know.
Gone.
Because if I look at my mother, she's still going to church. She knows about the truth, but she's still going there because she's common to do that, you know. That's with Jake, you know. Jake, we are like dogs, you know. We are common to do certain things, you know, and we keep on doing it, you know. Even though you might think like, yeah, I probably should be doing it, but you're still doing it, you know.
Right.
With a lot of stuff.
Hard-neck,
Yeah, and
hard-headed.
especially older people, you know, they are used to do it because you gotta realize she's from a generation, you know, where as a child she has been taught by nuns and stuff, you know.
Right.
Because that's what Esau like to use were doing, especially in foreign countries, you know, where Jake is, because I know my mother also has been raised by nuns, you know. It was normal that they
Catholic
were,
schools.
they were punishing them, beating them, and all kinds of fucking bullshit that they were doing, you know, on schools, you know. So it's hard for a person like that to stop going to church, you know.
Right.
And that's funny. So the pastor told her, "You are not allowed to come here because you're a sinner."
Right.
Well, the scripture, and that shows you that these devils, they don't read, you know, because the Bible clearly explains you. The Bible clearly explains you that all sin, all manner of sin can be forgiven, except blasphemy against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Right.
You know, so all sin can be forgiven. And you know, as she said, and I was asking her a couple of times, like how many years. She didn't give no answer. I'm like, how many years are you going to church? You know, she's like, no, I stopped going there. So she didn't answer that question, but I still make the point, you know, when she was going like, okay, you was here for a couple of minutes, and now you got all this information, you know. You've been going to church for I don't know who long, you know. Yeah, as a child, probably from a child already, you know, and you didn't know about that, you know. All you know is that having a great story, and then end up putting your money in the basket, you know.
Crazy, man. The money.
But that's beautiful, man.
Yeah. And even the Bible says that the Most High directs your steps.
Exactly.
So
that's exactly what she I all of a sudden she just came here, standing next to you, and she was like eager to talk. I was like, okay, you know.
Also, what you said, the sheep shall hear my voice.
Exactly, yeah, man.
Yeah. We were just talking about it.
Yeah, man. It
And then
doesn't
she
matter
came.
where
She
you are,
came
man.
right after that.
Those who will have to receive the word will receive it, you know.
That's right.
And now it's like I said earlier, the Most High has mercy on who He has mercy.
God.
So you know, she might now start how you say that, you know, she wrote down all those scriptures. So now she goes home. So now she goes home, you know, and she's gonna read it in her own Bible, and you know, maybe the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will work with her, and yeah, she will get to the understanding, you know. But it's real crazy to see how she came here, you know.
Right.
Because I didn't saw her biking here. She was just standing here, and then, you know.
I was like this, and then.
Yeah.
She's gonna check it out via the Spanish brothers too, you know. It's gonna be,
yeah, now she got the channel, so
it's very.
It's gonna be easier for her
to
understand it, you know. But she already said she can understand the English, but she can't speak it, you know.
Right.
Yeah. But it's dope, man, to see how the spirit works, man.
And that's speaking in tongues, not that.
Yeah,
gibberish.
exactly. Yeah, because that also, you know, it's talking about different languages, and even in the Papiamento languages, for language we say linga, which means tongue, you know.
She might go cooking now, and might put a video on, and she might go till like 10 o'clock tonight, just video after video.
Also, yeah, especially in the beginning, you know, you want to know more and more. So she was only here for a couple of minutes, and she had all this information, you know.
Yeah, man. Beautiful.
She was happy. You know what I'm saying? She was happy.
She was happy, man.
Real happy.
She was happy. She learned, she had the important things, you know, concerning the church, concerning females ain't supposed to teach, you know. So yeah, she was real, amazed that was written in the Bible, you know. She's like, female cannot be a pastor.
So you're like Muslim? No, we're not Muslims.
Muslims are like us.
Yeah, they want to copy you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, pa.
Right.
That's a quick precept. It's Baruch 4:4. Oh, Israel. Let me start at 3. Let me start at 1. This is Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh and the law that endured forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
Exactly, man. And that's exactly what happened with that female, you know, the woman. You know, all of a sudden we had this woman, and she was from which country was it again?
Santo Domingo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Santo Domingo, yeah. And you know, she just came here out of nowhere, standing next to Jacob, you know, just standing there, and then start asking questions, and find out that she's an Israelite, and you know, understand. She was already stopped with going to church, and the Most High just guided her right here, you know.
Hey, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I was on the station, I made a video, and that's what I said. You know, if you want to really come into this truth and you see it, then you just need to have the spirit also to write things down and ask questions, man.
And that was what she was doing.
She was writing down.
She asked for a pen and started writing down. It was like, okay, what scripture? What this and that? And she was asking questions, and like we explained everything with scriptures to her, man.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. And first thing she asked, like, oh, don't you have a church where I can meet you? And then I started explaining her. Also, but we went into where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, and be on the highways and byways, you know. And I explained to her, like, okay, if you would be in a building, you wouldn't have saw us today, you know. She was like, yeah, that's true, you know. So now you saw us, now you have this information. That's why Yahweh Shai told us to be on the highways and byways, that people can see her. And it was beautiful because we were going into the Greek book of Ezekiel, how we be, you know, how we standing in the midst of our people, and that people know that we're standing here, but they don't regard it. And then the Most High sent this woman right here. She was eager, you know.
Yeah, man.
Wanted to know and thankful. She was like, thank you, you know.
And I saw the devil walking up too.
Yeah.
White woman, eh?
Yeah. She was looking and then she was like this, you know. She saw the Yahushai sign. She was done.
One more here. To go on. Give not, and Baruch 4:3. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Exactly, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful that you read it, because we also were explaining her that's only for the children of Israel, you know.
Right,
so that's beautiful that comes out. You see how the spirit works?
Yeah.
I was mad frustrated, man. Mad frustrated. Then you come to find out, make a video, and then it fits perfectly with what's going on here, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, beautiful, man.
One body.
Yeah, man.
Doesn't matter where you are, man. One body.
So I put a precept on that. Let me see. Book of Psalms. Psalms 15. Let's see where I can start. Go like this. Psalms. Isaiah, let me see. Psalms 15:8. Psalms 15, verse 8. I've set the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope.
Yeah, man. And that's real beautiful, man. Because what just happened, you know, that woman was happy, and the Most High was also giving us a sign, like, you know, basically showing the fact, hey, man, people, there are still sheep to come in, you know.
Wow.
That also shows you that the door is still open, you know.
Yes.
The door is still open. Well, when it's closed, it's closed. Like in the days of Noah, you know.
Right.
People didn't know about rain, didn't believe in the rain, you know. Were calling him all kinds of shit, you know. Then the door got closed, you know. The ark was closed. Moses shut up the door. Then it started to rain. Then the people started to realize that the rain doesn't stop,
Right.
you know. And then you're just waiting for your death. You can swim for a moment, but how long can you swim? If there's nothing for you to lean on, to rest on, you know.
Right.
It's only sea, ocean. You're gonna, at a certain point, you know, you're gonna get those cramps in your legs, you know.
Right. I'm dying.
You're tired, you're just gonna give up.
Yeah.
Your body is going to give up, man.
Yeah.
Verse 4. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, are made known unto us.
Yeah, man, and that's exactly what happened, man. Moses just showed us, you know, and showed her. You know,
Right.
this is what's going on. This is, you know, he took her from church, because his first thing he said, no, I stopped going to church, you know. I stopped, and there was an elderly woman, you know, like, no, yeah, I think she's younger than my mother, but you know, the generation, those people, especially the women, they're not easy. It's not easy for them to stop going to church, you know, because they have been raised with nonsense stuff, you know. So it's I say that it's like a natural thing for them to do, you know.
Right.
Also to see that authority, because, you know, Big Mama was having that big mouth flapping off every time when, you know, your grandfather came in, you know, and then she was like, so her daughter's going to do the same thing, you know, and maybe in a slight different tone, but in the same spirit. Then her daughter's going to do the thing at the same tone, you know, in the same spirit. I mean, you know, might be also in a different tone, but you have the same, like a feminist, masculine. That's toxic, man. That's toxic to the nuclear family, man. You know, because the nuclear families, you know, you have your father, you have the mother, the children all together. But here you have it. That I was even watching the video of the elder brother Tassadak, you know, from LA, and he made a video about the movie, you know, one of these mafia movies, and they get pulled over in the car.
Oh yeah, so the beginning.
And the female officer asked for certain things, and that mob guy was hurt. You know, he was. They needed to get the hell out of there. So he was like, yeah, and he pulled out the gun, boom, and shot her.
Right.
And the other guy was like, hey man, what are you doing, man? You just shot a female, man. You just shot a broad. So yeah, that's you being a male chauvinist, something to that effect. That's what the other guy said to the guy that said like, hey, you just shot a broad.
Right.
Because why? What you mean? So look, man. These females want to be equal. I made her equal.
Right.
You want to be pulling up tough?
Right.
All right, then you're going to be handled, because now, now you have the new, like the draft in the United States, you know, in the daughter of Babylon, that these females can jump into the army. They will call in and posting propaganda so that these females would enlist themselves to get raped by, you know, by Hassan. Or by, you know, by Ahmad or whatever, by Ahmed or whatever.
Hamid.
By Ahmed or whatever. You know, Ahmed. Yeah, Ahmed is, you know, mixing the Hebrew up. It's lucky, man. But you know, these guys, you know, like the elder brother said, but these motherfuckers is only fucking devils, man. You know, you have them in these stores doing all types of things with the Jake females because they come to these stores, they don't have any money, so full favor, man. So after hours, you know, behind the scenes,
man.
they doing the things to get some, you know.
Yeah, man.
You know, and that's what's going on. So in the army, how much more with these guys that are, if they look at Western females, the way they dress, it even affects us, man. When they have when the yoga pants came in.
Just say
Hey, come on, man. That had an effect on you, man. You can't lie, man. Either it made you mad. Why? Because you see that fucking pussy lips in the ass and everything. You just, you know, it's like almost an X-ray. You can see it inside out, everything, man. So how much more for these motherfuckers that are wild in the spirit already? Because Ishmael shall be a wild man, you know. And that region is very like with women, they need to be covered up from head to toe. So here you have it in Europe. They bring them into Germany, into Sweden. It was a rape fest, man. Yeah, man. So the same thing when these people who have women in order, in a certain order, of course sometimes they overdo it, but hey, now you have it that these broads come in the army waving the big gun that they you know,
can hold up.
you know, and there you have Ali like, hey, you know.
And they got,
man, we gonna take it from the back, front, everything, flip her, you know? It's like flipping a burger, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, they gonna flip her, they gonna rape her, they gonna do everything with her, shit on her or whatever. You know, put the American flag on her, stick that on her head, you know, piss on it, and then send her, or maybe even murder, and then send her out, you know, on the streets for them to see, man. So that's your role. And also for these sluggy, man, for this, you know, but also what they do in the army is they manhandle these females, you know? You know? For those that are feminists out there, yeah, you get manhandled. Because that is what is going on in there, man. You get turned, you go from left to right, and some just, you know, lay down with the program and they get benefits out of it. And, you know, I don't pay for shit. The whole fucking, you know, army basically is paying my shit. But you're a big hoe. Because that was also a story, man. You know, so this shit is real, man. And Esau's pushing these females out there just for their entertainment and to be raped and to be another body, man. That's just what it is, man. But yeah, man.
It's funny that you say it, because we were going into that things also in the beginning.
Yeah?
You know? Yeah, man.
Hey,
And,
that's,
you know,
hey.
yeah, this we was talking about this female boxer also.
Yeah,
You know?
18 years old.
Yeah, that
Jake.
died, you know. And also concerning how they think that they are equal, you know.
Right.
But they're not equal. So if you end up in a fight with a female punch you in the face, you know, and then you hit her back because of self-defense, she's KO, then you're going to jail.